When adapting a work into a movie, it's like a model building game. That's right guys, I'm reviewing on the movie Once Upon a Love Story, the latest motion picture adapted from the novel of the same name by author Nguyễn Nhật Ánh. As you know, Once Upon a Love Story is the novel published in 2016, and it is one of the two novels of Uncle Ánh up to now that has the number of narrators is 2 or more, both of whom are the main characters. The second novel is Sentimental Saigon, aka Con chim xanh biết bay về, with 2 narrators being Huê and Sum. The use of artistic methods for the main characters to narrate also make the story in the novel more multi-dimensional in perspective. But when it is adapted into a movie, everyone knows that the script is the backbone of the film, and the script is the same with the movie. Screenwriters and 7-art lovers like me who feel very brain-hacking when they have to rearrange the details in the novel in chronological order, because the original story is told from a multi-dimensional perspective, so the details in it will create a feeling of confusion if we don't read it carefully. If the plots in the original works are pieces or building blocks, the film adaptation must be a finished piece or model. I had the opportunity to see this movie at a time when the sneak show was about to end, and it must be recognized. It is a great movie, deserving of more audiences, although the majority of the audience who watch this movie are students. The original works depict a deep first love, so just like it appears as a gentle footage, but especially makes people regret forever. There was still unspeakable pain somewhere, especially the image of the 18s to the early 2000s is poetic. The film with a frame warmed by friendship, romance with first love, then deposition when the characters have to grow up, and finally painful. The question of realizing that we have missed a life. The plots in the novel when made into the movie have been cleverly arranged. Some sequences used as a backstory create an extremely interesting plot twist. The trio of Alvin Liu, Nhật Hoàng and Ngọc Xuân, the NNA girl, have proven that they fit the characters with grounded acting and expressive eyes that exude love, vulnerability, and torment when necessary. For young readers who don't know, Once Upon a Love Story was the first novel that was almost only for 16-plus readers. But when it was released, it became a real 16-plus movie. For a person who loves to read Uncle Ánh novel, this classification is more than enough for a coming-of-age movie. This is also a rare work by writer Nguyễn Ánh that talks about adult issues, such as premature sex, single motherhood. This is also a highlight of the characters' growth process, changing their fate. The sex scenes have been artistically portrayed by the director in the film. Unfortunately, these scenes are quite faint, not making an impression to pop the message in the movie. Another limitation is that in some scenes, the dialogue is still heavy on literature and not ordinary. However, according to insiders, Once Upon a Love Story is still one of the good work of Vietnamese cinema in 2024.